Hey, it's Big T. It's getting to be spring around here. And while in the northern Georgia area we don't get a lot of massive hatches like a lot of people do out west because of various things, including rock structure, pH levels in our streams, etc. We do get some nice bugs coming off, and caddis are one of the bugs that we will get in the spring, a good black caddis hatch. Tying this on a size 10 wide gap dry fly hook that I have in my shop. This is something I call the NZ Caddis. I'm going to take black thread, wrap it backwards, and I'm going to create a dubbing loop. This particular fly is going to incorporate the New Zealand strike indicator wool. And if you have not used that as a strike indication system, it's phenomenal. Easy to adjust up and down your leader without kinking things. Lands softer than your traditional thingamabobbers. But I like to fish an indicator that's got a hook in it if possible. So this is one that's going to float a good bit of weight for its size. What I've done is I have taken some of the New Zealand strike indicator wool, and I've gone ahead and cut it into smaller pieces. That wool does come in packs. You can buy it. I think that's got the a 4-color pack in it. It's also excellent for using as posting material for parachute type dries. Again, it's a very floaty material, very buoyant material. So I'm going to trap in some of that New Zealand strike indicator wool and then go ahead and spin this up in my dubbing loop. And get that twisted up in here good. Once I've done that, if you don't have a rotary capability on your vise, no worries. Just dub this or palmer this around traditionally. And I've probably or definitely added a little more than I need on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off short, and I can use the rest of that for another fly. Tie that down. And this wool will do a phenomenal job floating what we need. I'm going to take some coastal deer hair in a natural color and measure that back for us. Cut off the tips and tie this in, making sure I don't crowd the eye. And then wrap forward to the hook eye. I like to just use a quick half hitch on there to make sure that I've got that secured properly. And I use a good bit of the deer hair. Since I don't have a hackled feather to make sure that lays flat, I find that if I have a good bit of the hair spread out like that, if we do get some moisture in that wool, it'll still float in a correct position. Little zap-a-gap on the thread, turn that around, and then whip finish. And the final step I'm going to do is I'm just going to get and a little Velcro or whatever type of utensil you like to use to pick out that dubbing loop. And I'm going to pick some of that fiber out there. And it's that easy. It's a NZ Caddis, imitates a black caddis. That's a size 10. You can tie those down to a 16. It gets a little difficult if you go to try and do too much smaller than that. And if you do, I suggest you try just simply dubbing some of the New Zealand strike indicator wool on the shank itself versus creating a full dubbing loop, which tends to add a little bit more bulk. Hope you enjoyed this quick and easy dry fly. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already at Big T Fly Fishing, and visit my store as well for these and many more products.